sorry. With you, then I could be whatever it is that you need me to. Tomorrow, 'cause you're golden. 'Cause you're golden. Golden boy. 'Cause you're golden. Golden boy. It's okay if you want me.
Hey, what's up? What's up? This is Steven. You are watching Mochi Pop, so make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and Baby Monsters. Baby Monsters is coming in. The rookies, I'll call them the rookies of the year. This is crazy. They have been dominating this scene. I kind of missed it. I've been away for a very long time, and Baby Monsters is coming at you with their music videos. I think the debut was April 1st, if I'm not mistaken. So, and Baby Monsters has really been dominating, even before their debut, guys. I gotta say, man, it took a long time. YG, what in the world took you so long? I mean, they have been struggling to get out there every single time I was looking forward to some news. Last year, it was just off and on. So I have no idea what's going on, but Baby Monsters has finally got their music videos out. I'm a little late covering it. I didn't even react to it because I've been so busy with my schedule and lots of things have been happening. If you saw my last videos, last year I had to take a little break, a little hiatus, whatever they call it. And it just took a lot of time to kind of come back, get my schedule together, figure out a way to do this as soon as possible. So I started in March, and I'm back with vengeance again, and I'm going to cover the Baby Monster. And maybe, who knows, maybe one day, maybe soon, I'll react to the music videos of not just them, but Elette as well, and a few others that have been debuted. So Elette and Baby Monsters are pretty much like, they're right there with each other, man. There they are, right next to each other. Who's going to come on top? Is it Elette or is it Baby Monsters? Elette wasn't as a long way coming as Baby Monsters, so it's much easier to kind of, the expectation for Baby Monsters has been very high, but at the same time, it's been kind of like dragged out so much that the people just didn't, they kind of start caring less and less and less. So YG had to do something. The fact that they came as in debuting, I could be wrong. Maybe they debuted last year, but I'm saying even if it was last year, they debuted, it still would have been too late. All right. So in my eyes, they debuted in April 1st, but maybe other people's eyes they didn't. So, yeah. So who is? So there's a lot of questions I have. The title of this video is "Who is the leader of Baby Monsters?" But before we get that, let me read this article real quick. And see, screen share. There you go. So Baby Monsters, so Monster Ricky, Baby Monsters Batter Up becomes the fastest K-pop debut music video ever, beating popular fourth generation group. So I'm actually quite surprised that it's a fourth generation. I almost thought, I was almost positive that was the seventh generation. Maybe they're fourth because it took so long. I was kidding. So I am going to go back to the article here. Baby Monsters achieves a historic milestone with over 100 million views, but fans express concerns about following in the footsteps in the footsteps of Blackpink. So that makes sense. I don't see any reason why they need to follow in their footsteps in terms of like, I guess who Blackpink was as a group, but I can understand why they would think that. I never really saw Baby Monsters as a Blackpink because, for one, the name idea is so different, but the kind of edgy style is similar. So I can understand why they would have, because it came right after them, right? Keep in mind, YG was not creating a lot of groups. They created a lot of buzz before the groups even debuted, and it took a while before Baby Monsters could debut. So I think, I think Baby Monsters has a lot of potential, and they have the it factor, probably, right? The question is, how long will that last? Back to the article. Baby Monsters debut single, all right? Better Up swung for the fences and hit a grand slam, becoming the fastest ever K-pop group debut music video in the process. Even though they faced criticism for having a subpar stage presence, the K-pop rookie group, which made its debut under YG's Entertainment, has grown into one of the strongest fifth generation groups. So now this one says fifth. I think the other one's in fourth. So maybe they got that mixed up. That makes more sense. So because the boy groups are the fourth generation, I believe. The band has now scripted his historic on YouTube with their recent achievement, Read on the No More. So let's see. Inside Baby Monster's record-breaking debut on December 15th, the K-pop group, which includes members Ruku, Farita, Asa. If I say the names wrong, sorry guys. Aeon, Rami, Roya, and Chiquita. Interesting name. With Aeon currently on temporary hiatus. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that was. Yeah, I think I remember someone was on leave. I'm not sure if it was this group or another group, but it happens all the time, guys. It even happened with Elet. Actually, Elet lost a member, but that's even worse. So hopefully, Aeon comes back. Achieved a historic milestone for the fastest debut song views in K-pop history. YG Entertainment revealed that as 3:23 a.m. KST on that day, Baby Monster's debut single "Batter Up" had exceeded 100 million views on YouTube. That is crazy, guys. That's pretty good. Like Elet's success, is this success legit too? That's been a joke going around, guys. I'm not sure what's going on here. At least for me, anyway. The upbeat summer-themed song "Batter Up," which was first released on November 27th at midnight KST, accomplished this incredible glory just a little over 18 hours ago. So 18 days ago and 3 hours. So I guess as of now, it's probably a lot more. But yeah, so that is, and then we're continuing. Baby Monster's recent achievements. Let's see, recent achievements. Make sure I got that right. With outstanding 22.59 views in just one day, Better Up became an overnight success and set a new record for the most views in a single day for a K-pop debut song. That's a huge deal. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Comment below, guys, if you think I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure Blackpink made a similar record, but I could be wrong. I know for sure BTS probably did. But I feel like Blackpink was always breaking records every time they came out with something. So it's very possible. Back to the article. So the track's success exceeded the conquering the iTunes song charts in 21 countries, claiming the top position globally. It also left an impression on the U.S. Billboard Global 200 and Billboard Global XL U.S. charts, landing at 101s and 49th respectively. I never actually, it's kind of weird reading that number with it. 101's. Yeah, so this is it. So this is basically this is a big success. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're more successful than Elite. I could be wrong about that. Maybe Elite broke their record, but I would be very surprised if because keep in mind, Baby Monsters they were people were just waiting for them for so long to come out. YG took forever. Their exclusivity style made things a lot more difficult than it had to be. So people were just really frustrated because Baby Monster just would not debut, guys. And we're gonna get to who the leader is for Baby Monsters. Going to get to what the situation is on that. But continuing, fans, from some backstory, so YG Entertainment inclination to overshadow the uniqueness of the rookie group by leading them down the Blackpink road has become a matter of concern for the fans. That makes sense because they didn't even treat Blackpink that good because they came out with so little albums, so little songs compared to other groups and other people in the entertainment industry, K-pop. You saw them a lot at one point on YouTube. They're coming out with a lot of stuff. They're doing little events, especially around, for some reason, Christmas time. I'm not sure why. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, so that was like earlier on. But the group yet to make a live stage appearance or join reality shows mirror the early trajectory of Jisoo, Jennie, Rose, and Lisa. Concern. So yeah, that makes sense, right? So Lisa, concerns regarding YG's debut approach have been raised by fans' lack of marketing, makes sense, and social media interaction, especially given the competition environment with groups like IVE, aespa, Le Sserafim, G-Idol, and New Jeans, right? So this is a pretty, I mean, it makes sense, right? I would be concerned too. I would be very concerned too because if I was a huge fan of Baby Monsters, like, okay, I was a huge fan of Blackpink. What happened to, are they going to repeat the same thing, basically? That would be my concern. Is Baby Monsters going to repeat the same, I don't want to call it tragedy, but like, it's just, it really is it makes you think about like, okay, Blackpink was a very exclusive group. This is what YG wanted, exclusivity. Baby Monster has that because they waited forever already to debut. So we already got that, all right? We got enough of that. So now let's see how much they will continue with the exclusivity style. Will this help will this help Baby Monsters like it didn't Blackpink? If that makes any sense. Like, it didn't help Blackpink, in my opinion. I think they needed at least an extra 50% of exposure in comparison to what I've seen from, like, yeah. So, I mean, this is just my opinion, but I'm sure a lot of people would agree that Blackpink didn't really get a lot of albums coming out as much as the other K-pop groups. So I believe that I think Hype Labels does a much better job at that. And continuing on, so a lot of people are wondering, like, okay, this is all good and dandy and fine and dandy and all, but who is Blackpink? So not Blackpink. Who is Baby Monster's leader, right? So going back to Blackpink, actually, this is a good segue. Apparently, I could be wrong about this, but nobody actually knew who Blackpink's leader was for a long time, I think, either. I think even now this article is coming out that nobody actually knows who Blackpink's leader is. I thought it took me a long time to figure it out because I like to figure out who the leader is, like on Twice and other groups like that. And I thought that maybe the leader was at first, it could have been Lisa. I'm like, well, she's not Korean. And then I found out it was Jisoo. I'm like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. I can see that, right? I can see that a little bit. And it was basically, but now I go back to read an article recently referring to Baby Monster's leader situation. they're saying that Blackpink doesn't really have a leader. I'm like, well, I don't agree with that. I think I'm pretty sure I heard it was Jisoo, but you guys can comment below, guys. Comment below if you think it was Jisoo. So Baby Monster's leader, nobody knows who they are either. Nobody knows who Baby Monster's leader is, according to this article at least. So back to the screen. Does Baby Monster have a leader? The internal dynamics of YG Entertainment's new girl group. And this is basically this is the main subject, because this is an interesting subject. We all know that Baby Monster was very successful, but we don't actually know who the leader of Baby Monster is, and also doesn't matter. Are they changing things? So if YG is changing their leadership positions, or who's leader, who's not, or maybe everybody has their own thing, let's see how that's going to work. Because if they're changing that, maybe they'll change their very bad business model of the extra exclusivity that allowed Baby Monsters to slowly debut and make people wait, almost to the point where people didn't even care anymore. And now people are back, ready to watch what Baby Monsters are going to do next. So Baby Monster is the latest group to come from YG Entertainment. They made their debut with Sheesh April 1st, marking the official start of their journey as idols. And I will react to this music video, guys. I'm not going to do it on this video, but I will eventually react to all the music videos that I missed. Because it takes a lot of work to react to these videos, because a lot of editing involves, copyright, all that stuff, right? It's hard enough to do this. Without the copyright situation. So Baby Monster differentiated themselves from other groups with their teen hip hop concept, which they related their Baby Monster, their monster name, Baby and Monster name, and unlike most groups, they also don't follow the typical member dynamic. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much what the situation is. They don't follow the typical leadership. Specifically, none of them were pronounced the leader of the group. All right, so so these are them right there. Who's the leader? So one in the middle, is she the lead? Yeah, I know the lead, but is there a leader? Right? In the beginning of when I was learning about like groups back in the 90s, like the lead and leader are basically different, but sometimes they are the same, right? Sometimes they are the same person, but other times they're not. So especially none of them. So this was a fact that they confirmed in their debut showcase. Instead of a person stepping up at all times to keep everyone in check, different members are in charge of different things. So that makes a lot of sense. But the thing is, in my opinion, that's kind of always been the case, right? I don't see any difference between that and how groups were before. It's just that before there's a defined leader and a defined manager, somebody who's kind of over the group, and also someone who really took care of the little things. I think I'm not sure exactly what they call it, like kind of like a dorm room head or something like that. So she was praised by choreographer Lee Chung for her strong skills in this category. So you can see them. I think this is kind of like a dance thing. And moving on. So as you can see, this person right here, I think they're in the practice. So some are good at dancing, for example. Some are good at really bringing the group together. And I think the people who can bring the group together are the leaders, in my opinion. The people who can kind of bring everybody back stronger than ever, especially when they come back from a long break. Meanwhile, Ayan and Rami are in charge of vocal training. These two are known for being some of the strongest vocalists in the group, as was seen in their reality show, The Last Evolution. So, yeah, and I think I did see this. Let me just make sure this is the right video. So, yeah, I think she was singing right here.
Just wants to be a beautiful place to be, sculpted by the sculptor.
Got some strong vocals.
Oh, she don't see the light that shine, cover up her pain, and cut her woes away. Found just the way you are. You don't have to change a thing. The world could change its heart. No scar.
Yeah, so they're pretty good.
Cause you're popular, be
Rap.
gone, so you can
Yeah,
be
so
gone. With the beauty
it's pretty cool. It's
pain,
pretty cool.
breaking
It's pretty
chains,
cool. Yeah, I would concur that. Yeah, there's obviously better members when it comes to who's the better singer, who's better at this, who's better at that, who's better at leading, who's better at directing, things like that. But in my opinion, I do think the leader, even based on this old movie that has nothing to do with K-pop, but it was from a black group called Temptations, the leader there was not the kind of the head, the lead. He wasn't the lead. He was kind of more in the background, making sure everything's okay. And he did a good job doing that, making sure everybody was brought together. People can argue he did the best job, but I mean, you can't control, some people you just can't control as easily as others. Not control, but you know what I mean? Like, people are going to be what they're going to be, right? You have people who quit. You have people who just don't care. You can't control that. But at the end of the day, I think that if you could be the leader, you don't have to be the best at singing or dancing. It just depends on what your skill level is and who you are as a person. And I think that's really what determines who the leader is. And I think it does take somewhat of a strong personality. I do. I think it does take a very strong personality to be the leader of a K-pop group, right? So let's see, let's back. So yeah, I believe that the leader has to know how to lead more than one girl, right? They have to kind of be that influence that kind of brings everybody together. And I don't care personally whether or not they decide to have a leader or not. It's not the biggest deal for me personally. I just want to make sure that they don't ruin, like, I want to make sure this doesn't ruin the group either, right? That's kind of my concern. So I think it does take a leader to make sure that things go well, in my opinion. And I think it's just, kind of a matter of who has the best chance of kind of winning in a sense of, like, who can be the most influential of the group, right? Just like Blackpink, I think Jisoo was, in my opinion. I think Jisoo was the best leader for Blackpink, whether or not people believe it or not that she was leader. The article said that she wasn't the leader, or there was no leader. At one point, I was like, was it Jennie? Is it Lisa? Rose? Maybe. I think Rose might be a good leader, at least for the Western side, because she speaks, English. So, but so does Jennie. But I think Rose is even though she seems more introverted, Rose, I do feel that she has that it factor for at least being the front. You know what I mean? Like, Rose could do it, but Lisa's just the most popular person, but doesn't mean that she's the leader. Sometimes she seems a little shy too, but she just kind of has that, she's kind of back and forth on it, right? She performs very well, and she kind of comes back at you like all shy and you know what I mean? Like there's a Chinese show that I saw that she was dancing and she was like all shy, like come on Lisa, come on, we all know that. But again, so who do you think the leader should be for Baby Monster? That's the question. Who should be the leader for Baby Monster? Is it? I would like to read the names of the whole group members. It's a lot of names, guys. It's a lot of names. And I think, do you guys think this is a good idea to not have a leader? Do you guys think that's actually a good idea? I'm back and forth on it. I'm honestly back and forth on it. I honestly do not know, because this is kind of a first. I didn't even know Blackpink didn't have a leader. Yeah, I know for sure Twice has a leader. It's Jihyo. Jihyo is definitely the leader with Twice. And I just don't see how a group can survive without at least a main leader. And so I think that's it, guys. I would like to come back at you with more on this, because I think this is a very interesting subject, and I would love to come back at you with this, maybe an update. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and we will be back for more news, articles, updates like this. Until next time, peace.